Hey, I'm Pete the Plumber. Plumbing is what I'm all about. From emergencies to catastrophes, from brand new shiny renovations, let me and my team show you how to get it done and done right. Calgary, we've got you covered.
Hi, we're starting a brand new project today out in sunny Scenic Acres in Northwest Calgary. About a 30-year-old neighborhood now. So that's the kind of time that you start looking around and things look 30 years old, and it's time for a little change. So Lori and Henry are the clients here. We're just starting today on the demolition of the kitchen, because we're going to totally redo the kitchen. I think a couple of neat things about their project too is we're in their family room where we have a fireplace like most family rooms do. We're actually taking it out. They don't use it. They haven't used it for a number of years. So we're going to be setting up an entertainment unit and some cabinetry there. They watch TV there, so that's what we're going to set it up for. And come on in, we'll take a look at the before. An old style island, and I'm not sure, like I said, 30 years ago, they would make an island like this that had 2 levels on it, maybe a raised eating bar or whatever. We're gonna change that. We're gonna reorient the island, bring it out here so they have all their seating here, be able to look out there in their backyard. And also to open the space up, we're gonna take out this stub wall because it really doesn't serve any purpose here for them. We'll take out the stub wall, and then when you look at something like a fireplace, and fireplaces are great. We always kind of say if you use them, and because they haven't, we're going to just set it up here. They like to sit here and watch TV together, so that's going to be the main focus of this. But we'll have this whole space opened up. It'll feel more like one big room, and that they'll have a bit more open space to share with each other.
Every homeowner's their own person. When you're looking at renovation, you're looking at a few things. Number one, how's it going to improve the house? So you want to, it's like getting a Ferrari that goes 300 kilometers an hour. There's nowhere here we can go 300 kilometers an hour. Not that I wouldn't want a Ferrari, but anyhow, you gotta stay within your realm and within your range that you're comfortable with. When you want to upgrade, do your research. Spend your money smart. Don't run out to the first guy, the first store, the first online, the first Amazon, the first whatever, and give them your credit card. Look around. What do I want? What size do I have? What is my end game? What are my pros and cons to everything? What do I have to have? What maybe's okay? Do your homework. Oh, too many people rush into things that I get to call, Pete, I did this and we gotta redo it. I hate redoing things, okay? That's just money thrown into the wind, and nobody wants to do that. Do your homework.
They wanted to redo their kitchen, an original early 1990s home here in Scenic Acres, and you know what? It's time. So one of the neat things about a project like this is you can make a real big change. There's a real transformation to it. Lori and Henry were terrific in terms of just being involved in the process, asking lots of questions, and the more you plan, the more you look at your different selections and different options that you have. When you make your final decision, you've considered all these things, and when you've done that, you've kind of done the research, you've done the work, you feel that much more confident about the decisions you make.
All right, so we just installed these custom cabinetry here. We've got pop lights pre-wired, and then nice little puck lights on the bottom. We got the heavy-duty bottom shelves, heavy-duty adjustable shelves, so you can put grandma's antique dishes in here, and no problems with that. We just got a fridge panel going here, some trim, and then we're pretty much done, ready for cooking.
Well, I'm no designer, I know that, but you know what, I think when you switch your focus to what does the client want, and really vetting them, quizzing them to get what their tastes and what their wants are out of them, then you can kind of point them in the right direction. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's all their choices, and what you see there is a reflection of Laurie and Henry, which I love, and that's what we really want to do. I'm not living here, they're living here, it's their home, so we want to really make it work for them and have that whole look, that aesthetic, and the feel that they want to have in their house. Through all that, you have the plumbing rough-in. Plumbing rough-in was a big one here because we take this opportunity to replace the poly bead, which is really important. It's guaranteed to fail. It will fail one day. It's just a matter of whether you replace it before it fails or after. And always better to do it before, and because it really is at that time. It really is an inevitability that you're going to have to replace it.
Kitchen faucets, the #1 faucet replaced in your house because it's used the most. Everybody in the house uses it multiple times during the day. And nowadays there's so many styles and designs and features. Everybody's got their own click, and everybody's changed, and colors and magnets and sprays. You get dizzy seeing all these styles. Now the big thing is the touch. Let me show you that one. Delta and Moen are the fantastic ones for the touch. Everybody loves the touch faucet. Would they use it all the time? Is it a gimmick? I don't know. My hands got salmonella on them. I don't want anything of raw chicken, raw meat, raw beef, or just dirty hands. I don't want that. Delta makes a fantastic touch system. ESSA, one of our most popular ones. Moen, not to be outdone by any means, has the motion. You got the raw chicken in your hand, motion sense, or just right out in front. So you can be there hands-free. I'm not touching the faucet at all. Come on and off automatically or with a sensor. Again, when looking at faucets, buy a good brand name. Not a knockoff, something you can't get parts for. If you do, 3 or 4 years, you're gonna be, again, $100 worth of gas driving around the city looking for them. Make sure you get to try them out. You want to try these out, see how they're working, see how good the spray is, see how weak the spray is, see the options, see the colors, see everything that's going on. You want to buy a faucet you're going to put in for 10, 12 years and not have a problem with. So make sure you can work it, make sure you can try it out, make sure you like it, because it's going to be in that house. It's going to be the center point of the house. That's why faucet manufacturers are putting so much money into design and color, because it's right in the middle of your house, right in the heart of your house. Everybody's going to see your kitchen faucet. So take your time, try it out, buy a good one. Very good friend of mine, a very good friend of ours, Rick the Stallion, the tile champ of Calgary, calls me up, and his lovely fiancée, Lois, needs a new kitchen sink and faucet. And I said, Stallion, we're in. And she wants a filter too. I said, Stallion, we're in. Give me the dimensions of the sink. Are you changing the top? Countertop's in great shape. Backsplash is in great shape. Don't change them. She's happy. She doesn't want granite. He doesn't need to do the backsplash. We'll just pop a new stainless steel sink in. We'll put a new faucet in. We'll give her a carbon filter. She'll be happy. Rick, if she's happy, your life is happy. He says yes, which is very true. We got up there, popped the old sink out, popped the new one in, no time at all. It's one of the easiest and simplest renovations you can do. And people think, oh, new sink, faucet. No, we could easily match up a drop-in sink. Steel Queen, Blanco, Kindred, they all make up a lot of retro sinks. They can pop in and pop out the drop-in type. The end-mount type, a little more difficult to replace. The drop-in type, very easy to replace, and you've basically got a new kitchen because you got a nice new shiny sink. We're putting a carbon filter on her. She drinks a lot of water, so she wants her water filtered again. So carbon filter is a basic filter, and a new Delta faucet. So it's all looks spectacular for a fraction of the cost of major renovation. The next step would be new countertops and backsplash. The next step after that would be cabinets, and that's floors, and boom, boom, boom. You see the renovation snowball grow. But you don't have to start that big. Sink, faucet, bing, bang, boom, Bob's your uncle. Well, we're here saving a customer money. People come to me and say, Pete, do I have to spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on a kitchen? I go, no, you don't, depending on what you want. We have a customer here that said, I just want a refresh. Pete, the faucet's old, the sink's old, can I get a refresh? Absolutely. We have a drop-in stainless steel sink, the most common in the city of Calgary, probably the country of Canada. The most common in all of Canada, the drop-in sinks. 2-compartment, nice and deep. This one's a Blanco. Easy to measure, easy to repair, easy to replace. Basically, we need 2 measurements, front to back and side to side. They come in a number of thousands of different sizes, easy to do. This case, Blanco came through with us, great quality. We've got the Delta Lahara, one of my favorite faucets. What do you think, Stevie? How'd it go together?
Great. Delta's always a great product to install. Very, very happy with it.
Good, 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 good. And the customer wanted a carbon filter. So basically, didn't want to go to the extent of an RO unit, but they wanted more filtration for our water. Calgary has fantastic water, but a little bit more filtration can't hurt. Your basic one is carbon, and we've got that over to the side for her. I know she'll be happy as poop with that one for sure. Stevie, it was copper drainage.
Yeah, so we cut out the old copper and brass drainage, which was probably getting pretty worn out, and we just converted it up to ABS. And everything's all new and working well.
Now, one thing you might not have seen is the joint at the back. That's a mechanical joint. We call it an MJ band. A lot of people, especially handymen, will use the slip joint, a bow adapter. Slides over, plastic, wrong thing to use. You're having plastic and copper coming together. They expand and contracts at different rates. Because this drain gets very hot because it's letting the dishwasher go through it too. So this expands at a great rate. This is the fitting we need. The mechanical joint band is the proper one to use. Well done, Stevie, well done. Went in fairly easy?
Yes.
Did we have to trim any of the sides?
We did have to just trim a little bit of the 4 corners. This part was fine, just the 4 corners had to be cut out.
And highlight the Blanco. How were the clamps?
Clamps went down great. We had to do adjustments to make the clamps in the front work to suck it down in the front. We had to drill some extra holes just to get in there. But the Blanco went down. Overall, I'm really happy with the Blanco product.
Good. No, Blanco's a great make.
Yeah.
Blanco's a great make. And you can't go wrong with Delta. Like, that's just a beautiful
Delta's
faucet.
great.
That's great. Well, well done, Stevie. Well, I'm going to get the customer over here and make sure she's happy.
Yeah, let me get a look.
Lois, we're all done. First reactions, how does it look?
I love it. I love the Delta faucet. It looks amazing.
Beautiful Delta faucet, Blanco sink, fit right in beautifully. Stevie had to do a little trimming. The Delta faucet, let me show you about that again. Nobody's using the metal hoses anymore. Delta's great magnetic catch. Once you touch that, it's there. You can't knock it off. It is fantastic. The new Delta has a couple things. It has a split spray, okay, which is easier for washing things down, of course. And it's your standard normal spray, but it also has, I guess lack of a better term, the rinser. And you look at that and say, what the bejesus is that? That is for rinsing a plate without getting all the spray. So see, it's not spraying all over the place?
That's perfect.
So you can rinse a plate nice and easy. With the old spray, see it would spray around?
Yeah.
And get everything wet. You don't have to with this, okay? She was ecstatic. I've known Lois. I haven't known Lois a long, long time. They've been together a couple of years. What a sweetheart. We got the carbon filter over there for your filtered water, and the Delta. Well, now it's a center point of the whole kitchen.
I know, it's the focal point of my kitchen now.
And that's what
beautiful.
I want. I always want plumbing to be the focal point.
You do. Looks great.
You're happy.
Yeah, Steve did a great job.
That's the main thing, yes. But she was very, very happy, right? And Rick will benefit from this. Mrs. Pete the Plumber has the same faucet, so she loves it. I know you'll love it.
Perfect. Good referral.
You're happy.
I'm very happy.
That's the main
It's
thing.
beautiful.
And again, Delta warranty for life on parts. Okay, so any finish, any chipping, any dripping, anything happens to it, the parts are all free for life.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
You'll enjoy that. And stainless steel sink, that'll be here, and me and you'll both be gone.
I know, it's all nice and shiny. So much
Beautiful.
nicer than the old sink. It looks beautiful.
Glad you're happy.
Very happy. Thanks so much.
Stallion, you owe me one. You owe Pete the plumber.
You know what? We always have lots of fun. There's some things that I'm not sure other people would call fun at times, but because there's always challenges that you work through, whether it's scheduling, whether it's material delivery, whatever it is, stuff that you run into, pre-existing conditions, whatever. But it's part of the process, and I think most people, as long as you communicate with them, they can have, they can appreciate what the process is as well. And getting them to the point where they loved it, that's fun for me. You know what? It's not that none of us ever makes a mistake. It's that we get really, really good at fixing it for each other. And that's what makes it work for us, not just with Pete, but with all the other subtrades.
Yeah, so the dishwasher line's got to be tied in upstream of the P-trap. Otherwise, sewer gases can come back up into the dishwasher and your dishwasher could stink. And it's not very appealing.
My favorite time of every episode, the reveal. I'm here with the mighty Mike Lee. How you doing, Mike?
Terrific, Pete.
This is spectacular. Every kitchen I come in of yours, you do something different, and it blows me away. The different things you can do to say, that's new, that's new, that's new, that's new.
Well, there's a lot of great new things that are in here, but really, it's an expression, it's a reflection of the clients.
Like a fingerprint. Everyone's different.
Everyone.
I saw the before pictures of this island. It was like a third of the size.
Well, it was about a third of the size. It kind of went this way. It had this kind of awkward microwave
Box.
that you would bump with the fridge door.
Yeah?
And
you got it tucked up way over in the wall now.
we do.
Beautiful.
We've been able to move a lot of things around here to create more space because, they were just really lacking storage. And maybe even get a little bit more with a new kind of smarter, a little bit more purpose-designed cabinetry layout.
Right. The cabinets are great. I was looking at the cabinets, and I love your cabinets. Beautiful cabinets, beautiful finish. And as I was looking at them, the backsplash caught my eye.
Yeah.
I wasn't even looking at that. And what is this?
That's a 3D tile.
It protrudes.
Yeah.
That is like stars.
It's got dimension to it for sure.
And with the undercounter lighting, it just goes pop, doesn't it?
It does. When the sun.
That is amazing. Yes.
That afternoon sun.
And you changed it over behind the. Now, why would you change it behind the stove? Why would you do that?
Well, you know what? You're always trying to make focal points on purpose.
Okay.
Right? And you're always trying to make kind of anchors in your room on purpose. Mm-hmm. So Henry and Lori loved this stamp tile, mm-hmm. and we wanted to find a way to really make it a focal point. We wouldn't put it throughout the whole backsplash because
kind of busy.
It's kind of busy, and we want it to be kind of special.
Yeah.
So
now the one thing it's missing is no fan. It's pretty rare that there's no fan.
Pete, it's 2020. We have all kinds of brand new technology. So if you reach
no fan, Mike, what are you,
if you reach under here,
yeah,
Pete, you just pull this out.
Whoa! Look at that. That is cool. Comes on automatically.
Yeah.
So off.
Yeah.
You got the stinky garlic thing, fish thing going. Boom.
Yeah.
Look at that. Is that ever tight? And that's a direct vent out.
Direct vent out.
Wow.
And I'll admit, Henry is into a lot of technology, does a lot of research. He's an engineer, so he's looking into these things.
An engineer, one of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So slimline, trimmed with the cabinetry for the pullout, and really you wouldn't even know it was there.
I didn't. I'm thinking,
you're right.
why would you do this without a fan? That is amazing.
Yeah.
Then we get to the kitchen sink. My favorite point, my focal point of every kitchen. Beautiful Delta. Okay. Why is this working?
Touch. Some things don't like to be touched, Pete.
Some things do. And the beautiful Delta faucet. It's a touch, I see. And this was existing. They just wanted to keep it.
That's right. They had only just recently replaced it, Pete, so it works great. It's a Delta. It'll
Beautiful.
go forever.
Touch, oh yeah, Delta, you can't go wrong. Parts for lifetime. And a beautiful touch faucet, that is amazing. And they got an incinerator carburetor, so nothing's ever going to go wrong with that. And I see that you've done some nice custom cabinetry here. This is awesome. Like every inch is used.
Yeah.
Like that is really amazing. This is really spectacular. Now this was probably the biggest point of it with the new floor, but we turned around and zoom, you went right into the family room too.
Well, we got to talk about the family room, Pete.
Tell me about the family room.
Because
this is nice and wide open and bright. Love that TV.
Well, you know what? You'd see the before pictures. There was, the traditional fireplace and mantle here.
Yeah.
And Pete, I don't know how many wives would let you replace a fireplace with a television.
None.
Right?
None that I know.
Right? So Lori got...
Sorry, Sparky.
Right. So Lori got Wife of the Year award for that.
For that.
And
a bigger TV to watch football.
Absolutely. Now look.
That is nice. Nice and wide open and inviting. I love how it just flows. Like the room looks probably 20% bigger than it is because of straight, no boxes, nothing hanging down. It's just nice, big, wide open, isn't it?
You know what, Pete? That's really the job.
Yeah.
The job is, hey, tell me what your whole wish list is. We do up the quote. If you're not sitting on a chair, you fall down. We pick you back up, dust you off a little bit, and then we say, well, how do we get this to fit your budget?
To where you want it.
But what you don't want to do, Pete, in the process is you don't want to say, I'm going to make this minimal quote, and then we're going to add things as we go, and we're going to work the price and budget up. Mm-hmm. We want to go, no, I want the whole wish list, but here's my budget. How do we shape that project scope so that we meet and get into your budget range? And sometimes there's tough choices to be made, absolutely.
Sometimes a lot of give and take.
But you know what? A renovation is stressful enough. You don't want an additional financial stress about that.
Absolutely. That's why, again, another great reason to get a contractor that knows these things. Pull the color out of the chip, replace the color of the floor, not redo the floor, save you money organizing it, looking at what you want, looking at what you can afford, finding that happy marry in between. Mike, this is an awesome job. This is unbelievable. The customers have to be happy with this. They just have to be. Well,
they're very happy, and we're happy for them because I think it's just kind of breathe new life into their house.
Beautiful. Well done. Great job, Mike.
Thanks, Pete.